Shalom Makyam, it's a high spirit wind lawyer of the GMS Mississippi camp, giving our honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasami Hawashai, Bahasura Kahakodash. I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, rule well, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Today I want to go into a topic, and it might transition into other topics, but it's entitled, There's a Method to the Misery. There's a method to the misery. All right, and this comes off inspiration of the lesson that Elder Apostle Gabar did about the sufferings of Yahushai, and we're not here to have fun. All right, so just to give a little backstory, I'm listening to the video as I'm leaving work, and I paused the video, all right, to run by the grocery store to get a couple things for the house. And as I'm in the grocery store meditating on what Elder Apostle Gabar is saying through the Spirit, and he pulls a video from Elder Apostle Har saying, we're not supposed to go to the clubs, bars, casinos. And I'm meditating on that. And as I'm in the grocery store, I see someone with a shirt on the back of the shirt that says, "Enjoy the little things." Enjoy the little things. That's been on my spirit, all right, ever since the beginning of this year. The Spirit was on me. It was like, it's the little things, man. And even if you can walk around a park, walk by a lake, nature is beautiful, just certain things like that. But I want to jump back to the original point that I was going to get into as I was opening this lesson. And the original point was, there's a method to the misery. This kingdom can make you miserable. It can make you depressed sometimes, right? Oftentimes, all right? But like Elder Apostle Gabar was saying through the Spirit, all right, we have to partake in Yahushai's suffering. All right, as it says in Luke 12, chapter 50th verse, I have a baptism to be baptized with. And in the NLT, it says, I have a baptism to be baptized with, but he goes on to roughly say, how am I burdened until it is accomplished? Like Yahushua is saying, I'm stressed out, I'm depressed, I'm stressed until the day of my crucifixion. All right, until the day that it is done. All right, the same thing with us. We have to partake in that baptism. And the beautiful point that Elder Apostle Gabar made was that we're suffering so we won't have to suffer with the world, man. Because like he said, either way, we're going to be purified. You're going to be purified the 2/3 way or the 1/3 way. And the 2/3 way is through fire. Pursuant to what's that, Zechariah 13:8. All right, but that 1/3 is a fire of affliction. So from the moment you wake up to the time you go to bed, you're getting baptized to your fire of affliction. Whether it's your car problems, domestic problems in your job, people, kind of picking at you, because that's what Satan does, man. He gives you baby L's, man. Yahweh Bahashim Hawashai, he gives us a hedge of protection. But Satan, he peeks at you, man. He pricks you, he agitates you. That's his job. Because we're going against the grain of his empire. We know according to the scriptures that Satan has dominion over the earth in regards to the kingdom of men. But we're going against the will of Satan. We're not partakers of the world, because we've really put ourselves under the yoke of Yahushai, and we're going in the course of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai that way, and therefore we're counterclockwise to the ways of the world. We're outside the matrix, so to speak. All right, and Satan, all right, he's against whoever is really outside the matrix. Okay, especially his elect. Okay. So you're going to catch hell, but that hell is a method to that hell. It's a method to the misery. All right. And there's a reason why you catch hell. All right. Because, hey, it says in Hebrews the 12th chapter, whom the Lord loved, he chastised and scourged every son whom he received. All right. So he has to purify you, man. Like I said, you could be plagued by your own thoughts. You can feel like you're going insane, or you can have bodily afflictions, or you can have problems in your job, spirits working through people to really get at you, just really, just kind of just nitpick at you and shit. All right. Hey, what does it say in 1 Corinthians the 10th chapter? No temptation of taking you, but such as is common to man, but Yahweh is faithful, that he would not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but with the temptation create a way for you to escape. So we've all partook in afflictions, and some of us have similar afflictions to others. So you can't have this mindset, you have no idea what I'm going through. We do have an idea. And if I don't have an idea, there's another brother who has a similar affliction to you. Okay? Nonetheless, your affliction is for your spirit. Heavy is the head and wears that crown, man. Okay? And speaking of crown, in order for us to receive the crown, we have to go through the affliction. Because we're partaking in Yahweh's suffering. And what does it say in the book of Timothy? If you suffer with him, you shall reign with him. So we have to catch hell, man. All right? There's a method to the misery, man. We're not going to be miserable too much longer, man. All right? So you're going to go through straits. You're going to go through financial straits. You're going to go through straits, dealing with not having a woman, all right, or the straits that you have when you're dealing with the woman. Are you going to go through straits of a job, or you're not making that much? It's whatever, man. You're going to fucking go through it, man. All right? But knowing is half the battle. You want half the battle just by knowing ahead of time. And Apostle did a good job of telling us ahead of time that you're going to catch hell. Now, we still have to be men. We still have to work, pay bills. We still have to have a place to stay. We still have to have transportation. If you have little ones, you got to take care of your little ones, man. You still have to manage your life. But that's part of the suffering because, we're kings. We're not supposed to have to work for another person to pay bills. Something that El Apostle Tahar were going to all the time. All right. In the law, the Thararah, which means basically the Torah, Thararah, it means that it says that men go into servitude for 6 years. That you're free on the 7th year. So it shouldn't take 20 years of working, 30, 40 years of working, all right, to be able to retire, man. All right, we weren't indentured servants. I mean, we were indentured servants, but we weren't debt slaves to where you're working all your life just to pay on the mortgage. 30 years on the house, 6, 7, 8, 9 years on the car. And by the time you pay off the car, it's obsolete. Hence planned obsolescence. And you're paying on something that has appreciating interest, or you're paying all these principal interest and all this other crap on a car that depreciates in value as soon as you drive it off the lot. Doesn't make any fucking sense, man. That's part of the affliction. We have drunken our water for money. You should be made subject to payments. And with this kingdom, it wears you out. All right? When you get up and go to work, you're using your body as a sacrifice really to make money. That's why a lot of times you go home, you're just tired. You're giving yourself over. It's more than just working to pay a bill or working for a paycheck. You're really giving yourself over in exchange for little FRNs to pay bills. All right? You're really working to put the gas back in your car to go back to work, man. All right? Hey, but the scripture says, what the meek shall inherit the earth. If you look up the word meek, it means afflicted. We're afflicted with debt. All right? See? We're afflicted with debt, man. But there's a method to the misery, man. If you suffer with him, you shall reign with him. He who endured to the end, the same shall be saved. And the greatest part, at least on this side, is that we're exempt from the judgment to come, because it's finna get dark, man. It's finna get dark. I have reason to believe there's going to be some false flag attack, some major event where Trump is going to have to implement the draft. He's going to, quote unquote, have to implement the Caragma. It's going to have to be implemented, you know? Or something is brewing up, man. You can feel it in the fucking air, man. Something is going to happen where there's going to be I mean, this is prophecy. All right? And it's going to be bad out here, man. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. You know? But we're going through the hell that we're going through. All right? And I believe the scriptures in Thessalonians. The book of, was it 1 Thessalonians 2 and 4? I could be wrong. But it's basically saying if you're a judge, so you won't be condemned with the rest of the world. So we've been going through our hell for the length of time that we've been in this truth. 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. The apostles, 30 years, 40 years. All right, we've been going through it, man, living straightly. Putting ourselves under the yoke so we can be exempt from the judgment in time of Jacob's trouble. So the Most High will give us a standard, lift up a standard, man. A lot of us are going to be flying, man. A lot of us brothers going to be airwalking, man. There's this dance. You can look it up on TikTok, YouTube. It's called airwalking. But it creates the illusion that you're going to walk on the air, that you can walk on the air as a dance move. But soon, Jake is really going to be airwalking, man. There's this song, and I forget the singer's name. He's from Cali, but it's part of the soundtrack to Space Jam. The Space Jam that came out like in '95, and it goes like this: "Fly like an eagle into the sky." I think that's how it goes. It's a real smooth song, real suave. Nonetheless, Jake is going to be flying like an eagle, because what does it say in Isaiah? It said 30 and 40, 40 and 30. They should mount up with wings as eagles, man. It's not a metaphor, man. This is why we're doing this for, man. It's for the spiritual power, man. So, what's this world's riches in comparison to having spiritual power? You have to go back to the book of Maccabees, the first chapter, when Jake was under siege, when Jake was under the conquest of the Grecians. Jake was under the Grecians. Jake said amongst themselves, like, ever since these Grecians took over, it's been hard out here. We've been suffering. And then it says, let us go and basically make ourselves like the Grecians, to lighten our load. And Jake, that's what Jake does when they go out into the world. They become entertainers. They make so much money, and they fucking emasculate themselves. That's equivalent to making these gymnasiums running around naked, sacrificing swine's flesh. All right, before a great game, you sacrifice swine for a great game. You're running around the gymnasium naked, and now Jake is wearing dresses, wearing Scottish kilts, wearing skirts. It's like running around in the fucking stadium naked, man. Running around naked like in the arenas, man. Okay. Jake getting sodomized. They getting diddied out. Yeah, they getting diddied out, man. Because Diddy is the gatekeeper to these niggas. He's the gatekeeper between the elites and the streets. It's Diddy. Yeah, Diddy is between the elites and the streets. And if you want to elevate from the streets and get your little album out, all right, you made this hit record, and you want to keep that momentum going, they're going to have to Lil Nas X you, man. All right? Period. You know? Doesn't matter who you are. All right? Scripture says, I'd rather be a doorman than the kingdom. It's a dwell in the tents of wickedness, man. But even on this side, man, before we make it to the kingdom, brothers, hey, they have a hedge around you. have an obvious hedge around you in the darkest times, to where nothing can happen to you, to be able to freaking fly like your Hancock, man, to be able to freaking airwalk, man. All right, it's going to be worth the suffering, man. All right, eternity, spending eternity in a state of bliss and happiness and joy. All right, and having infinite knowledge and wisdom. That's worth this bullshit we're going through, man. Sometimes you wake up in the morning like, shit, fuck, man. It hurts to wake up. The spirit is like, nigga, just go to bed, stay asleep, but you can't, because you gotta stay up and go to work in the morning time, man. Sometimes you don't even get to clock in fully, and they already just getting on your nerves, man. Like, shit. This part of that furnace of affliction. And don't pray that the Most High lighten your load. Pray that He gives you the strength to deal with your load. Deal with your cross, man. You can fully be exempt. We want to be fully exempt, man. You know? But that's pretty much the point, man. Shalom to you, Ike. That's pretty much the point, man. You know? To you brothers and sisters, say peace and blessings, health and wellness. Hey, shalom. Hey, once again, I want to give out honor and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakah HaKodash. I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect, Abba Baal, Kamil Shalom.